Dire team Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
All right. Ready? Oh, hold on. They're introducing the team.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, they went way before.
5 seconds remaining.
The draft went way before production was ready.
Radiant team ban.
You're a big Red Panda fan. All right, ready to go?
Dire team
Transitioning
pick.
in.
Radiant team pick.
Mars!
Hey everybody,
Radiant
and
team
welcome
pick.
back here to the DPC. My name is R.Cryptic, and of course, I'm here with the
Dire
legend
team pick.
himself, Mr. F Sensei. How you doing, buddy?
Dire team
I am doing
ban.
absolutely wonderful. It is a pleasure to be here with you, Ricky, as
I know.
usual. I'm well rested. A little bit disappointed though that we only have one series to cover tonight, though.
Very unfortunate. Unfortunately, we got
Radiant team
for those of you who have probably heard already at some point or have been tuning in, you would have seen the graphic, the overlays. CDEC unfortunately did forfeit their earlier
Dire
series,
team
so
ban.
we did pretty much just have this one series here to round out tonight. And with that forfeit, it does mean we already have our 2 relegated teams. Now, we're like
Radiant team ban.
we're 2 weeks into the DPC, and we know which 2 teams are relegated. Like, that's so weird. That's so wild to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a speed run here in the CNDBC for sure. For anyone not familiar, just tuning in at the moment,
10
due to the
seconds
players
remaining.
coming back from Romania, they decided to host all of Division 2 at once. Some of the
5
teams,
seconds
just
remaining.
because of scheduling regions, had to play their games, all of their games already. So we have Neptune Gaming, who has played all 7, and CDEC, who doesn't look like they're going to play any more matches as they're forced into relegation at this point. But there's still a lot up in the air. I mean,
Oh yeah, top 4 is spicy, dude. Top, like the rest of these teams, like Aster.Aries, YBB, Xtreme, and Sparking Arrow, all of those teams are up for promotion. I think there is a very good chance we could see tiebreakers once again, thanks to last night's game between Sparking Arrow and Aster, actually leaving Sparking Arrow going 2-0 in the series, which here we are. We have we're back again. Now 4-1 for 2 teams, 3-1, 3-2. So it's gonna be close.
Radiant
We're gonna have a
team
very
back.
close finish to the season for the rest of these teams.
yeah, and this game here in particular is going to mean a lot. Extreme... Aster.Aries was undefeated up until yesterday, where they ended up losing 0-2 to Sparking Arrow Gaming. Yeah, that's correct. I wasn't
Radiant
covering that
team
series,
pick.
unfortunately.
Dire team
And
pick.
Xtreme Gaming have looked incredible, other than the series they ended up losing to YBB, which had some of the former members of Xtreme Gaming in the DBC season number 2.
Yep.
So there is a lot going on here, but Aster.Aries, if they can walk away with this one, I think they'll just about have that upper division
10
spot
seconds
secured.
remaining.
It would
5
really put a
seconds
damper
remaining.
on Xtreme Gaming's ability to move up themselves. They have played one game less than some of these other teams, just because they started slightly later, but they've looked very good with that extra prep time. With that slightly different schedule than some of these other rosters here. But Ricky,
Dire
let's just
team
jump straight into the draft. We've done enough introductions about
Mirror.
these 2 teams.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we'll still have plenty of time to talk about them, but yeah, I definitely would love to talk about some of the draft stuff here because it is very important. We see some of the more popular
Radiant
heroes banned
team
out,
pick.
but this does allow Extreme
Enchantress.
Gaming to still pick up the Mars, which I think is the most contested, probably the most successful offlaner of the patch right now.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't see the most success at the international. Thunderbirder picked it up almost every single game that they played, and
10
they didn't
seconds
do so
remaining.
well. TI. So unfortunately, they kind of skewed the stats. But for this
5
tournament, it
seconds
seems like first
remaining.
pick, first ban material. That and Razor, very popular post TI during the DPC. I think across every single region right now.
Yeah, Razor
Razor's,
is getting
pretty
really popular. I would say his popularity started to rise a lot in North America. About a month and a half ago, just after TI, there was a small tournament. We saw Razor picked up a lot there, and now we're starting to see it get picked up pretty much everywhere and in multiple positions. Because we were seeing it picked mostly in the safe lane, but we're seeing it here in China a lot in the mid lane and the off lane. So this is quite different as far as how it plays, the role it plays, and yeah, I think it's going to be really strong. So Timbersaw here, however, for Aster, I'm actually not sold on this because you're into an Enchantress, which is so strong against you in the lane.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, she's gonna be able to beat you down. You know, as early levels especially, she can harass you out of lane where you don't have the most points in reactive armor. So I'm not crazy about it. And you know what you carry you need to pick into this Timbersaw as well.
Radiant team ban.
The
first thing that comes to mind,
that's a big one.
Yeah. The Morphling is banned, so you don't have that one to worry about. The first thing that comes to mind when I look at this draft here in Aster.Aries is you want somebody who's able to get on top of heroes, like the OD and the Disruptor, with a gap close ability, and you want somebody who can get away from the Razor as well, or burst down the Razor, not take extended fights.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and that hero is Phantom Assassin.
Yeah, I was like, I know exactly where you're going with this. That hero is still in the pool. It's not the greatest hero into the OD, though, and that is something you do have to be careful about. You do need to get a BKB this game if you want to go for the Phantom Assassin. You could also go for a Troll Warlord here, but into the Razor is pretty rough.
Dire team pick.
Let's see what else. The Monkey King would have been a good pick. If you know, the Snapfire makes sense. The Luna was the other one. That would have been fantastic. There is still a Drow option if they really want to go down that route, because it is protected by the Mars a little bit. But again, I think
10 seconds
you
remaining.
need something with burst damage here to kill these heroes.
Yeah,
5
you do.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I would have the most burst damage. Also, not amazing against. I mean, you're further away from the Timbersaw in lane, but he's starting to be able to zone you as thing goes on. That's what they're gonna go for. Ricky. They go for the Ursa on the side of Xtreme here.
I'm not a fan.
I mean, we've seen it go both ways against the Timbersaw in the past.
Remaining.
You know, Timbersaw is actually able to burst down the Ursa
5
before he can like
remaining.
build up stacks on him and kill him. Once in a while, we see that super crazy like maxing out Timber Chain. Like at level 3, you put like 2 points in Timber Chain and 1 point into Whirling Death. It can do a lot of
You
pure
just
damage.
run at people, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise,
I think you just go Faceless Void here, right? Oh wait, no, they have a Razor, OD, and Timber already picked, so they need a support. And it's going to be the 4. The question is, what do you want to run with the Timbersaw? You want to pick something that can roam, I think, and just leave the Timbersaw solo.
I mean, when I think roaming, the first tier that comes to mind in position 4 is Earth Spirit because I'm such a big fan.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that's the play. Getting on top of, like going straight on top of the Ursa, going straight on top of the Mars isn't ideal.
You just go Rubik here, I think.
Rubik?
Yeah. Pretty dang good. You can steal a lot of good spells. Like stealing Spear, stealing Blink, stealing Arrow. They're all very strong. Then you just take Rubik. It's very safe. The instant disable is probably the best. Wind Ranger, huh? Okay.
TK on the Wind Ranger this game. I mean, if you can set up good shackle, say it's just as good as the Rubik. You don't have that instant disable, but being able to get multiple heroes with that make a pretty big difference in these team fights.
You hear that dog champ Awu though?
Yeah. Not all team bundles are created equal, Ricky.
No, that's a good one. That's a great voice line. I'm glad they brought it back for this season. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty much it was one of their best. It is probably one of the better voice lines for sure.
Yeah, it is. God, I need to know what that shirt. Whether it's Goat Simulator or something.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. The one in the middle though looks like a Dota shirt. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, you got a good eye for these things.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like kind of hard to tell. It's you really have to know the game to understand.
Yeah, of course.
Based on Drafto, what do you think here? Are you leaning more towards Aster.Aries? Or are you leaning more towards Xtreme?
I'm thinking. Racer's too good right now. Xtreme looked so good at the games yesterday, and they ended up giving up Pop to Paparazzi again.
Wow, wait,
So,
really?
Based on...
Yeah, I mean, I look at this, I see just a pretty solid draft in
Prepare
general here
for battle.
from the side of Aster.Aries, and it's really going to come down to this mid lane. I think if Paparazzi pops off, see what I did there?
Yeah. They call him Pop Paparazzi for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm going to have to go with... not based on draft, based on play that I've seen the last couple of days. I'm going to go with Xtreme Gaming. I didn't get the opportunity to see the game yesterday of Aster.Aries against Sparking Arrow Gaming, but I was told by the other casters they didn't look too good, which is sad because they look very good every other game.
Well, there's your first blood.
Take this as an omen.
Sometimes you walk up into the high ground and there's 5 heroes waiting for you. What can you do?
What can you do?
30
Gonna be the end of them.
seconds to battle.
And that does end up going the way of Phoenix as well. All right, I changed my mind. Aster.Aries is very handily going to win this game.
Neff, I don't think you're allowed to do that, if I'm being honest. I don't think you can go backsies on your prediction here. I believe you did already lock
we
in
didn't pinky
final answer.
promise.
No, I saw you hit the buzzer and say final answer, dude. I saw it.
Well, let's hope that
battle
Xtreme Gaming have a little bit more luck than me for the rest of this game then.
I am excited though. This should be a really fun series. I think these teams are incredibly evenly matched, and yeah, a lot of it's going to come down to, I think, this mid lane more than anything. I think if Phoenix does well, gets his Meteor Hammer at a decent time, he should be able to do pretty dang well against this Queen of Pain. And Ursa is just going to be very sad this game if he doesn't beat this Timbersaw. TK, by the way, has blocked the hard camp and the small camp already up here with a couple of sentries, so DY not going to be able to use that enchant for anything. Did go Nature's Attendance level 1, though, as we saw going for that gank.
Yeah. I mean, ended up dropping regardless of that. It's going to really decrease the amount of aggression he's able to pull in this lane. At least he's able to heal himself back up when they, try to trade clicks with them. But it's like you mentioned, we talked about this the other day. When you ward up these two camps, you're playing against the Enchantress, she has to go so far away in order to enchant a creep. And by the time she walks all the way over there, she's wasted a bunch of time that she could be existing inside the lane, harassing the enemies and trading with them. And she only has 30 seconds with level 1 enchant.
Yeah, absolutely.
With that creep. So you get back to lane, you've got like 10 seconds left. You get like couple auto attacks off with your creep. If the enemies don't run away from you, then your creep just dies.
He just like, throws one spell off.
Yeah.
Yes. I did it. I made it.
Thankfully, it should. Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say it's just like a mud golem and his like dying breath as he like throws the boulder, and then luckily you get 2 more, and you're like, all right, let's go.
Let's go.
The real fun starts now.
Well, we'll see if. Well, no mud golems, unfortunately, but she's going to get the deep wards off here. Enchantress is okay against the Wind Ranger in lane, though. I mean, as soon as you pop Wind Run, you can just drop enchant on. There you go.
Just like that. Well said, Nat.
You should have known.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I'm not like a big fan of this Windrunner 4. Like it doesn't necessarily win the support matchup here in this lane, as we can see as DY is just destroying this Wind Ranger over and over. Yeah, it just I feel like it's not guaranteed lockdown, and that's what I'm worried about for them.
Yeah. No guaranteed lockdown. It's like that, Slacks going on the completely sane, not deranged human being at all rant for like, 40 minutes about Wind Ranger in some video. When you don't land the shackles, it can really mess with your game plan.
Yeah, I've never seen Slacks go off the handle ever. That guy is very stable.
Yeah, incredibly normal human being. Now, over in the mid lane, let's talk more about that one again. We're mentioning that a lot of this game is going to come down to who wins this matchup, and it looks like OD is a little bit further ahead right now, 14-6 to the Queen of Pain's 10-1.
Yeah, I think this is an OD favored lane, and honestly, once you get this Meteor Hammer, Quap can't be here anymore. Like, she either has to have someone who can rotate to the lane, or she's gonna die. So I'm very curious to see how she ends up playing this.
Yeah, I mean, you could bait that one out if you keep a hero nearby with a disable. Bring them around to the mid lane. As soon as he tries to drop that first Meteor Hammer, you can very easily turn things around him because he doesn't get boots when he goes to Meteor Hammer first item. It's one of his big weaknesses.
Absolutely.
Max mana reduced by 394. He just keeps having his stacks built up on him.
Yeah, good luck casting your ult plus any other spell.
Good luck casting your ult pretty soon at this point. Mana reduced by 482.
The good news is this bottle is incredibly valued right now.
Yeah, he made it just go up like crazy percent value wise.
Give me more.
But he's probably going to have to stay away from Phoenix for a little while here. Oh no, you hate to see it.
Nah, you didn't stay away from Phoenix there.
580 missing right now. Hopefully Phoenix does not hit level 6 before you. Well, you still have this multiplier on. You need to lead before he hits level 6.
How come the numbers don't match? Like, it says he's stolen, like, or he's missing 683, but OD says he only has 201.
Oh, right. I'm absolutely crazy. The debuff stacks in a weird way. He's not actually missing 683.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he doesn't actually have full of like.
Oh yeah, he would have.
Moment.
Oh my god, yeah, he'd have like 1100 mana right now if that was the case. Yeah. So he's actually missing like 200 or now 185. Okay, this makes more sense. I was like, why is this deep? Why does it feel like this is super bugged? Turns out it is just bugged. That's fine.
Worthy tribute.
That is ours.
4 Queen of Bane.
Isn't one of Mirana's voice lines like "Your eyes deceive you" or something? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Trying to stay on theme tonight. Bottom lane, Mars and Mirana. We haven't really seen these two get very active quite yet. This lane usually does pretty well, as you have some pretty good kill potential. Right now, Ulu has really been unable to use static link effectively. He gets like maybe a second
has been killed.
of damage steal off on the Mars before he just eats a spear. So kind of a rough situation to be in.
I mean, it's the same sort of matchup with a lot of things that are, you know, normally like running heroes down. Mars happens to be very good against. Yeah, just Gods of Buke ends up doing the job there as well. They're going to turn on the Razor.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, they do. Tank, however, getting aggressive. Might have paid off for the side of Aries as it does. They go ahead, take down that Mirana. The level 2 Thunderstrike is enough, it would seem. Mid lane. Ooh, Phoenix missed the Sanity's Eclipse here in the mid lane. That might have been a kill. It would have been very close, but Paparazzi will go ahead and pop that regen.
Yeah, he's going to be fine, just fine now. And you're all out of mana now on Phoenix, so he's got to get back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bottom lane.
Panda?
Never mind, he's going to be fine. Panda might not be, though.
Yeah, he's got God's Rebuke. Yeah, he's got him. A lot of damage there. Again, that's what I'm saying. There's like 2 points in static link, and he has 12 stolen damage, right? Like, this kill wouldn't happen on a red Panda if he was able to actually steal more damage, right? Because that God's Rebuke would do way less. Like, he was just generally not falling that low.
Do absolutely nothing. Yeah, exactly.
In the jungle here, though, they find Phoenix with big Sonic Wave. Also manages to clip TK, and I don't think they'll be able to continue this chase. Maybe red Panda will blink forward. Looks like he will with that Scream, but level 3 dagger instead of the level 3 Scream, not gonna be able to find the kill.
Yep.
Oh, Tank drops a ward.
Dire's top tower is under
Alright, it's not
attack.
gonna find. Meanwhile, bottom lane, find a kill there onto Ava.
Yeah. Chased him down. Unfortunately, he didn't have anyone with him, and it becomes a little bit easier to deal with it. He is almost level 6 now. I think he was just playing a little bit more aggressive than he could have been, trying to get the last little bit of XP there. Once he's got that, then he can start setting up kills with his team. And again, they're trying to play fast with this lineup. They got the Ursa on their side, who I was wondering if he's going to go Orb of Corrosion this game. He's got the Orb of Venom, so it's very clear that he wants to be able to try to run down his Timbersaw, but Timbersaw now with the level advantage on the Ursa. He's going to get to play aggressive instead.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I expected with the with the 4 pick, is they just need to give something that can make space for the Timbersaw. Like, he doesn't actually want to fight into the Ursa Enchantress in the early levels, but as soon as he gets to like level 3, past like level 3, so like 4 and 5, you just want to sit solo in the lane, right? Cut the lane constantly and just do your own thing.
Exactly.
Sit in the top of the net worth as a result. And on Phoenix mid, gonna drop another hammer on the tower, and that might be the tower. Meteor hammer, let's see how low. No, not quite. It's gonna be close though. 59 HP. He's gonna go ahead and deny it here.
Has been killed.
Don't really have an option.
Top lane.
Getting aggressive onto the Timbersaw, but again, you just don't have the damage to find this kill.
Got 3 points chain, 3.3 active armor, so he's going to be pretty tanky and he can get out pretty quickly. The Ursa tries to commit onto him.
Just trying to force the enrage off the Ursa, because if he gets it, he can't come back to this lane. He's gonna try. Yep, it's like he's gonna get it right now, and Ursa now completely zoned out of this top lane. Is he's gonna be able to just continue to farm here on the Timbersaw, and this tower will eventually fall now.
Yep. I mean, Ursa's got more of a mask. He just moved to the jungle. Unfortunately, he does not have the attack speed to take Roche on quite yet, unless he finds like Illusionary or something to tank up Roche for him. Maybe like a Morbid Mask. We'll see. Room handle's not bad either. I'll hold on to that one for now, but they're gonna look to set something up in the bottom lane here. We've got 3 heroes. Why? Just TP down here.
They're just like lane pulling at this point. They just want to try and apply pressure to the tower here, but I don't know if they have the damage to like dive Ulu, right? Like this Razor, he's got the Falcon Blade, Strength Treads, a full wand, infused raindrops. Like Ulu is surprisingly tanky right now.
Twice the punch.
Yeah, diving underneath the tower is probably like the worst hero you could try to do this to. And Disruptor just hits level 6 now, so you try to commit onto him underneath the tower. You've missed your window. He's just gonna drop a Static Storm onto you, and I think your entire team goes down if you commit too hard for the Razor. Like you mentioned, way too tanky. And now, on the back foot, inside of Xtreme, Aster.Aries. Well, now split up on the OD. He's going to be farming up the enemy team's jungle, limit the space that Ursa and some of these other heroes have to farm, while the Wind Ranger takes over mid for a little bit. Wants to get Maelstrom completed, so TK is looking to play kind of greedy here.
Yeah, that's a little surprising. A lot of times we see just like a Force Staff or something come out from the Wind Rangers. Maybe Glimmer Capes or something, but yeah, just wants to build a Maelstrom, be another source of damage for his team. Timbersaw is getting a big Ancient stack, by the way. Cleans that one up, and he's pretty much got his Yules. So Timbersaw now a lot safer.
Yeah. That one is going to work wonders. Like buying a little bit of time against this Mars Arena, or like throwing that out when a Spirit comes out off of you, is going to be huge.
Whoa. Just got some huge packet loss there. Interesting. DY. Just going to go down to Ulu here in the bottom lane. Nice glimpse play there. That was a little bit bizarre.
DY take it down. I don't think they're going to be able to push this tower on the side of Xtreme instead. They'll shove it in, they'll move back to the jungle now on Viridian heroes.
I was gonna say, the other nice thing about the Yules though is you can just Yules the Ursa during Enrage, right? Bait out the whole Enrage timer and then actually secure the kill. So it can be used offensively and defensively here by this Timbersaw. I think is very smart.
Yeah, and it's much more effective than a Heaven's Halberd against the Ursa because, like you said, even if he's using his Enrage, it still applies a 2.5 second disable, regardless of your status resistance. So multiple Yule Scepters probably necessary this game. People used to build it on Razor, but they realized it's better to just build him super tanky than get a Refresher Orb.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just Refresher is super strong.
Radiant are
gonna smoke up on Xtreme. It looks like they're running their way down here bottom, and
I mean, he's not going to go any further out than this, though.
The scan from the Radiant, it expires just before it connects there with Xtreme, and he is actually backing out, but he's gonna run right into the Mars, the arena. Will spear him against 12, but again, this guy is surprisingly tanky. But with the Sonic Wave from Paparazzi, they easily get this kill. Shackle comes through, doesn't actually find it on the Paparazzi, but there it is, the Static Storm, the Kinetic Field holding her in place. Glimpse pulls Tank right back into these enemy heroes. They'll find the first two. Now DY trying to run, but there is so much magic damage. There's gonna be an Astral from Phoenix. Power shot to finish her off from TK. Double kill for the Wind Ranger. A 3-for-1 trade. I think you're pretty happy about that.
Desperate to make something happen on this map on the side of Xtreme. They felt like they were losing, and they were, but not worth it. To go for that Razor, you have to commit so much. You have to go so far. He's just like... The map awareness here from Ulu to realize that something was up. The enemies would probably be running at him, and then sitting so far behind that tier 1 tower. Allows them to secure several kills there. Further cement their lead. Ends up being like 1200 XP advantage after the dust settles there. And
yeah, that's big, actually. I didn't realize it was that much of an XP swing.
Yep. Now Ursa is forced to play catch up. I mean, he's almost got his diffusal blade completed, and I think that photo... Oh no, Ulu.
Well, this is about as bad as it gets here for the Razor. So...
You just died twice in a row. Maybe it's not as worth it for you now.
Yeah.
You're position 1 and just getting put in the dirt like that.
And it also gives a diffusal here for the Ursa. Previously, it wasn't that big of a deal. We're like, okay, you trade 3-for-1, not that bad for Aries overall, but now that second death makes it way worse.
Yeah, we could actually probably go into Roshan right now. You've got Untouchable on the Enchantress, and Nature's Attendance, level 2. You could tank that up for the Ursa, like the first half of Roshan's HP.
Yeah, just so that he builds the stacks to lifesteal it.
Yeah, unfortunately, playing against a Wind Ranger is going to be able to power shot out the Roshan to scout it. And she's playing pretty close to the Roshan right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
For the moment, Red Panda's looking for a glimpse target. Will he get him? Oh, he does. Finds the Enchantress, and with Phoenix here, there's going to be your Astral into the Meteor Hammer. Very easy to connect. Power shot as well. More than enough magic damage here to finish off DY. It's going to end up going the way of Phoenix.
It always takes a very long time to finish her off, though.
Still tanky. You know, she's got the fluffy hat, stick, raindrops, you know, plus the extra health from the trusty shovel, 3 points in the Nature's Attendance, you know. Not an easy kill, but heavy rotation though. They bring 4 for it.
Red Panda now winning inside the enemy team's jungle. I mean, if they rotate one of the heroes up here after, well, they put the Enchantress back up there, rotate the Ursa up there in a moment, then they might be able to find themselves a kill. But bottom lane, he dug himself a path around the trees here on Ava. I don't think they're going to try to contest this. Instead, they're just going to go into Roshan.
I actually think this is really smart. Phoenix,
yeah, this is the best play you can make.
Can do
nothing
pretty fast.
There's no other objectives on the map to take right now. You've taken the top tier 1, you've taken the bottom tier, sorry, the mid tier 1. Then you're not going to be able to get the tier 1 in the bottom lane.
I was a little bit surprised TK didn't go for like a focus fire on this one.
I guess it wasn't necessary. Phoenix does a lot of damage with the Arcane Orb.
Yeah. I'm surprised. 4-4-1. A lot of times we see a second point in Essence Flux, but
Radiant's bottom tower.
Arcane Orb is one heck of a spell, and now with the Midas completed on his way to his 4 staff, only 100 and what? Yeah, 100 gold away. This OD is super farmed. Bottom lane. Find Paparazzi, and they just drop everything on top of him, stuck inside the static storm, the kinetic field. Can they actually get the kill, though? Gets the blink away last second, but they've still got vision. And Phoenix, mine, he says?
Being a little bit more careful now with how much HP they have when he throws the Astrals on them.
Yeah,
last time, Wind Ranger and Timbersaw fought for it.
Yeah. A little carry contribution there, you know, typical.
Yeah.
Shows up, says thanks for doing all the work, boys, but I'm here to save the day.
Yeah. Okay. Ursa, he's doing decently for himself at the moment. He's sitting second on the net worth. He got a defusal play, working on the BKB, which is absolutely crucial in this game. It's not going to save you from the Razor, but it'll stop them throwing you up in the air with that Yellow Scepter that was completed early on the Timbersaw. It'll save you from the damage on this OD. Very necessary stuff. These other heroes, I mean, Mars working on his BKB as well. I think after that, he'll probably go for a Heaven's Halberd. They're playing against 2 ranged heroes, so the disarm is going to be very effective this game. But at the moment, it doesn't feel like they're ready to fight into... it doesn't feel like Xtreme Gaming is ready to fight into Aster.Aries. They need a couple more items, and Aster.Aries, they know that. They're running straight through this jungle. They're trying to catch anyone they can out, but they don't manage to connect with anyone, even tank.
And they knew they were under the Moonlight Shadow. They had a ward that scouted the Mirana,
super deep.
but they did not manage to get the vision for that glimpse back. And instead, they're just going to go ahead and focus on the tier 2 tower. And I think this is a great play. Like, I think they were wanting to go for the tower anyway. And if they got a kill, it'd be nice. But using the Timber Saw here, who now has the Sange completed on his way to the Kaya. Phoenix, of course, still having that Meteor Hammer. I mean, this tower stands no chance at all. Yeah. And the only thing you might get out of this on Xtreme is mid. And I say might because they can TP back to defend this.
In fact, they already TK down here, but she realizes that it is not safe.
All right. So they will trade tier 1 for tier 2. They will claim the outpost.
Yep. XP advantage will start going their way now. Well, I say start going their way. Yeah, further go in their favor.
Is under attack.
Very rarely do you see a very first item BKB on Queen of Pain, but Paparazzi, like you said, just knows it's absolutely essential this game.
Essential for both teams, but yeah, you got owned by the Static Storm last time. Doesn't want to have to deal with that.
Well, managed to get the combo despite 2 stuns connecting on top of the OD. Static Storm does come through in DY. 1 auto attack is all it's needed. We'll find that kill. Backside though, okay, I mean, using Paparazzi's not going to net you anything, so he just blinks away.
Yeah, his blink was on, or well, off of cooldown at the moment. Sorry, on cooldown for a couple seconds anyway when he ended up throwing up in the air. So I think he was trying to buy more time for his team to get there, but dropped the Astral on Yodi. They just dropped the Static Storm. They were going to be able to get him, especially considering he's got his BKB, but they couldn't even force it there. Oh, look what they're doing on Xtreme. They've managed to wrap around them in the trees down here.
I see this, but I don't think they want to fight. I think they just want to cut the wave and leave, and
boo.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They just cut the wave real quick, and they're just going to TP out. Yeah, their team has no desire in fighting that one. They've got some really good deep wards, right? They have a ward inside the Radiant base, despite having not really crossed the mid half of the map.
Fair enough. Their vision is pretty good. The fact these super deep wards that they have really do allow them to see some of these ganks coming until they can finish the BKBs on Xtreme.
2K gold lead here for Aries. It's not the most, but
they're gonna see this coming as well. This ward scouts all these TPs. He can just TP out in a couple seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. DY just gonna give his life here for the Ursa, most likely. Yeah, TP goes through, and DY, you know, doing his job as a support enchantress.
Which is dying. That is your job. 0 and 6 at the moment, but you know, at the cost of making space for your team. They're good deaths, everybody. That's what you need to understand.
Bottom lane, Ava got baited a little bit there, but TK takes a sonic wave from Paparazzi, trying to TP home. It is not gonna happen.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's
good old evasion that you get from Moonlight Shadow. Or does that not have the talent yet? No, he doesn't have the talent yet. Okay.
No, that was just the win run. Oh, you mean, sorry. Another way around, yeah. They're gonna be just fine.
You can see enrage off. So even though they dropped the Static Storm, you can still get the enrage coming out of there, but it doesn't matter. You spend too much time in the danger zone, as I like to refer to it as, and you catch the Ursa. That's a big pickoff.
And he's fine. Unfortunately, he was like 500 gold away from his BKB when he went down there, so that one's going to set him down back a little bit. But you are actually able to consistently get off. All right, fun fact. I'm not sure if I told this one to you before, but there's an invulnerability frame when you come out of Astral Imprisonment. So you can get off things like BKB if he drops a Static Storm on you after he drops Astral Imprisonment. However, if you drop Static Storm on somebody who's in a Yule Scepter, they're still affected by the silence from the Static Storm while they're in the air and when they get down.
So if you have an Ags Disruptor Static Storm, they won't even be able to use an item when they come down. That's what you're saying.
From the Yules, yeah. But they will always be able to use it when they come out of the OD ult.
Gold is a great conductor.
Oh, sorry, the ODW.
Yeah, that's an interesting interaction. Neff with the high-level mechanics. Wouldn't expect anything else from this guy. Absolute legend.
Thank you for calling it by its industry term, mechanics.
Yes, we are industry people. You know, we understand.
But yeah, unfortunately, being able to pop the underage as he came out of the astral imprisonment there didn't do anything for him.
Can't tell if they saw Paparazzi on the left side of this tree line or not. Oh, Paparazzi saw Red Panda, though, gets the silence. Sonic Wave in a couple of seconds, but Astral saved from Phoenix. The BKB comes out. He's got a Sonic Wave this, right? Yeah. And then a quick TP home. He's got to get something on the map, and Paparazzi will find himself a kill, but you lose DY there on the Timbersaw. Dude, Flamethrower online is so brutal.
Cooked himself some deer.
I believe that's called venison.
Ah, yeah. You are, after all, an industry person. You know the industry term for it. My bad.
No, I'm just from America. It's weird.
Fair enough. All right. If he's almost done his BKB, they're almost completed on several of these heroes. There it is. Ursa manages to finish his. Now you're like
Are scanning.
350 gold off now on the mark. She's almost got it. Once they have this one completed, they'll start looking for kills. I think their first objective is going to be setting up around the Roche pit. They don't want to give this up to Aster.Aries again. They managed to get themselves several towers last time, just mounting on the aggression. It's going to be a longer respawn though, 30 minutes. I think it does favor Aster.Aries, so they'll be able to finish their next set of items before taking this fight. There's going to be, you know, Ghost Scepter on this Timbersaw, BKB on the Wind Ranger, and Agam Scepter now being worked on the OD. But he might
that Ags is going to be pretty huge this game once he has it. Not only can you save allies that we saw previously just a moment ago, like trying to save Red Panda, but you now have the ability to just like chain CC this Ursa if he doesn't get the BKB off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Enrage will give him the extra damage resistance in order to get out of the actual imprisonment, but however, it doesn't save him being kited around in the team fights outside of that.
Oh, Smoke's gonna get popped. They're looking for the Timbersaw, but they absolutely hold him in place. The BKB is gonna be forced here from both cores, and Timbersaw can't get out. Gets taken down. Ulu trying to chase down these cores, but doesn't have the damage alone. You've already lost a big part of this, and the triple BKB reveal. Too much, it would seem, for Aster.Aries.
Did you see what happened in that fight? Paparazzi immediately blinked in as soon as the OD showed himself and got the silence off on him with his Orchid. And since they just didn't have the damage just on this Razor, like OD gets the majority of the damage in these team fights. And I think Phoenix realized, okay, Paparazzi's too good with his positioning. He knows exactly what he needs to do in these team fights. He changed up after getting the point booster into going for BKB because of what Paparazzi just did.
He's like, well, I have to be able to use my spells.
Well, this guy knows exactly what to do in the team fight and has incredible positioning, even as I blink in. He didn't get a single arcane orb off. That's how quickly he came in there on Paparazzi and got that silence on him.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Lane? What's going on here? Panda taking a lot of damage here, and yeah, that goes pretty difficult to deal with, but DK gonna eat a huge amount of damage from this Focus Fire in the Maelstrom, and now DY trying to run away, but there's just so much damage from the Timbersaw. Quick double kill there for the side of Aster.Aries, and they're gonna continue to look for more as they get an Astral into the Meteor Hammer, and even committing the Static Storm just for safe measure. Phoenix grabs himself too. They're gonna check Roshan and be thoroughly disappointed as they are just 20 seconds too early.
Yep, it was one of the near max respawn times for Roshan, so that means Red Panda is probably just gonna sit here inside the pit until it respawns. But like you said, he's going to be very disappointed. If reclaim the outpost though, and they've taken the tier 1 and 2 towers in the mid and the top lane, that means you're not gonna have enough time to get over here. Even if it's a max respawn timer, which would have been like another added like 11 or 12 seconds on this Roche, I don't think they'd be able to contest. Like, Phoenix just takes it down way too quickly with this Arcane Orb.
Yeah, OG is one of the best Roche heroes.
They're gonna try, but they're not gonna make it in time. No.
Nah, if he didn't get any mana regens, like if his Essence Flux didn't pop, then possibly, but Ulu's gonna grab the Aegis. Shard gonna go the way of the OD, and now the Astral is way stronger than before.
Multiple charges at that are going to make all the difference in the world, and you know, you do still. Oh, yeah. Once he gets the multiple charges, it's going to be stronger, and he does still need his BKB though. Again, if Paparazzi gets on top of you, we can shut you down in these team fights. Speaking of, waiting for an Eye of Scotty is his next item.
It's good.
Yeah, he's playing against 4 ranged heroes and Timbersaw. So he's slowing all these heroes by 50%. Timbersaw is gonna lose half his HP regen with every active armor. Makes sense to me.
Also, these mid lane wards, and they decided to just back out on Xtreme. I think they were really hoping to take a fight there, but didn't end up connecting. Paparazzi gonna find himself an Invis rune, gets pulled back right into the enemy team. They actually don't have detection for him. Paparazzi's
No
fine.
detection.
DY, however, he's also fine. Okay.
I mean,
He's pretty happy about that one.
Red Panda, I think, was just sending out wards as he pulled back.
They literally just delivered on his career.
As you say, what can you do?
There are only so many sentries that you can buy, so. And you don't really buy dust in this game, right? You weren't really. Well, I guess you probably should have dust against a Mirana team.
Yeah.
And he queues up dust. There it is. I was like, I feel like you need dust in this game, actually.
It is always very fun looking at like the players' item choices change immediately after they get a kill or miss a kill, or like go down.
They're like,
Dire's bottom tower.
Can't make that mistake again.
A quick discussion. You didn't have to check if we could have killed Quap there. Yeah, they don't have any invis. What do you mean? They've got Mirana. Okay, buys does. Some of these things, they slip the mind, or you don't have the money for it when you leave the base. You've just purchased an item on a support hero.
Yeah, sometimes you're like slot limited too, right? Like you have to like build a bunch of like cheap items.
Radiant's top tower. Dire's bottom tower.
But tier 2 bottom, that's the last one standing for Xtreme, and onto the high ground they go, still having the Aegis here for Razor, and they can push this pretty quickly. They've got Flamethrower on the Timbersaw, so it's an insignificant amount of damage. Spear off the mark. They're gonna drop him right inside the kinetic field, and BKB gets forced.
Yeah, he couldn't pop his own BKB, not in that Razor. Oh, sorry, he couldn't drop the arena there. Not when the Razor standing right there. He would just BKB'd and walked out of that one. So just like that, they force all the heroes on Xtreme back.
Is a great conductor.
And now I think they're just gonna play the farming game on Aster.Aries for a little bit.
Like good old farming Aegis.
Timbersaw needs another 1,000 gold to finish up the sheep stick.
Haste.
Paparazzi's got the Eye of Scotty completed. Working on the Bloodthorn is his next item, but unfortunately most of these heroes now on the side of Aster.Aries, they have BKBs. Completed on 3 heroes. Timbersaw doesn't have one, but he does have the Yule Scepter in order to dispel. And Paparazzi's gonna play in the top lane around this observer ward they placed up here on the high ground in the trees.
It's a really useful one. You get the shackle here on TK. This is huge, but I mean, this is going to be so possible. Oh,
he's coming because of this ward.
Yeah, he absolutely sees him coming. Blinks up to the north, and yeah, he's going to.
He wants to be able to. He wants to be able to set up a kill here, I think, but I don't think it's that wise for him to stick around too long. Maybe the OD, sorry, maybe if TK stuck around, but with that BKB, it does make finding even solo.
Oh my goodness, the damage that DY just took here from the Razor. They're going to drop a static storm, hold in place with the arena and the spear holding them down. They get the disruptor. Razor still has that satanic, still has the BKB, but he still has an Aegis. Finally going to get popped here. Phoenix now joining the fight, but doesn't actually find anybody quite yet. Paparazzi still has his BKB. And they all manage to disengage, so they get 2 kills. One of them, of course, the Aegis, but you have to buy back on Red Panda. Oh, that is a Hex finished on Timbersaw.
Yeah, that's what he was working on for a little while now, so he'll be able to control up this Ursa in the team fights. And he gets an egg and scepter. He's not going to be able to get out of this one.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They're just going to go up high ground because they know they don't have their cooldowns. They still got BKB available on the Queen of Pain, though, so she can jump forward.
Spear back. They got him just in time. The Astral doesn't come out. He didn't BKB. Oh, Phoenix. You let your Razor die, and now he needs to get out of here, but I don't know how it's going to happen. Paparazzi with just the slows from this Eye of Scotty. He can just stay on top of the OD. Out here, buy an Astral, buy him a little bit of space. He can blink out, of course, but he chooses not to, and instead falls in the middle of this fight. And now, falling one by one will be the rest of the Aster.Aries team. He's going to be able to get out here on the Timbersaw, but dude, what a disaster.
All off the back of blinking in, not being able to get that actual persimmon off. Paparazzi is so fast. That was unbelievable how quick he was with that that Orchid coming out onto the OD. That was insane, man. But yeah, you get greedy with the BKB. You want to maximize duration, like you have it active in the team fight, you're whacking away at heroes. So he figures, okay, there's no way this guy's going to be able to disable me that quickly as I go in to save my Razor there, but he did.
I think OD had the BKB in the wrong item slot. I think that's what happened. Because I see a look at him now, and it's definitely swapped to a different position. So I think what happened is, well, we'll see a potentially quick kill here in the mid lane. Tank trying to get away here from the Timbersaw. Pops all 3 leaps, like he'll be able to make it. All right, never mind.
He did turn around for a moment, like after he got BKB off, like he was kind of confused with what to do. Or sorry, after he got hit by the silence, and he didn't pop his BKB right away. Does he react to even like? I think in a reasonable time would have gone down. Oh.
This is a long chase here, and Timbersaw in some trouble. Will still be able to find Tank, and DY comes in, but there's the Ursa. Yules. Just a little bit of time, and DY will go down to that focus fire. Can the Timbersaw get out of here? No. The Ursa, too much damage. Ulu rotating in as well. Static Storm, kinetic field. Oh, the shackle. That's going to last a while on the Mars, but not on that Ursa. The silence comes through. He pops a Satanic, and there's going to be the Astral to cancel that TP out. And now Summerkill is going to go back the way of Aries here.
Unable to stand his ground, unfortunately, and they're going to try to run down the mid lane, maybe? I mean, this is the only one that's pushed in. Bottom lane is way too far, so they can disable backdoor protection with this one. They might head in through the bottom lane afterwards. Oh, this is going to run right up the mid. You're still standing here on Mars. He could spare you back to the tower, and Paparazzi with his Bloodthorn will do a lot of damage to you.
Yeah, Paparazzi has been incredibly good on this Queen of Pain, just making sure to silence up this OD so that these Astral saves can't come out. Obviously, now that you have the shard, it's really, really, really good at getting heroes out of trouble. But we saw in that engagement bottom, right? Like, he blinks forward, instantly silenced from the Queen of Pain. And it was just enough of, like, catching him off guard that the Razor died.
Yep. Yeah, and he's done that several times now to the OD. That is so sick. And Phoenix realizes how good he is, too. Because the first time it happened to him, he bought himself a BKB. He, like, changed halfway to his Aghanim Scepter. He's like, all right, I just got to get this off faster in order for us to hit this timing this game. But it's looking like they're starting to miss it. I think the fact that he went this point booster, what Paparazzi did in these teamfights to negate this OD's presence is going to be enough for them to come back in this game. Maybe I'm speaking a little bit too soon. You are still up 6k net worth on Aster.Aries. You've got 10 kills over Xtreme Gaming. And they're going to smoke up and look for a kill. Rashawn responding in the next minute and 40 seconds, so both teams are going to be vying for control of the pit.
It's a very important time. Lots of wards here for Red Panda as well. So they are going to get the high ground ward here, which is going to give them a pretty solid advantage. The question is, can they find anyone as they go deeper into...
Both teams are going to smoke.
Smoke instead. Timbersaw channeling up on this outpost. Gets found. Spear comes through. They get the static storm, but it doesn't matter. They pop the instant BKB. Sonic Waves as well. Panda stuck inside this arena is going to go down as Phoenix just decides to build. Bashed by the Ursa, and Ulu trying to run his way as well, but it's not going to work. The rest of these heroes here will be able to find him as another spear comes out from the Mars. Beautifully done, and now Timbersaw caught out. The Y on the backside picked off by TK. Timbersaw able to make it down to the low ground, but Paparazzi with the chase. Beautiful shackles from TK, but the spear, you are right, Nev. Can he get out? It doesn't look like it. Paparazzi's got his big triple kill for the Ursa.
Oh my. The perfect initiation there by the Mars and the Queen of Pain going in them. This Ives Scotty ended up being the perfect itemization. The OT with that 50% slow, you couldn't do anything. You're not able to trade anymore when Paparazzi jumps on you with the BKB. All your damage comes from that Arcane Orb. So all they could do was TP out, but Ursa managed to gap distance, get that bash off onto him, and he changed the attitude going forward as well to get this when people start trying to TP away from him. Just like that, timing's equal miss now on Aster.Aries. Roshan is going to respond in another 13 seconds. When they get that, this game will turn on its head.
Ursa is now level 25, dude. They just got what was that, 11,000 experience or something in that fight?
Yeah.
They're very far ahead in XP now.
Yep. And for the first time in this game, net worth goes over the way of Xtreme Gaming. Roche is going to... Oh no, the... Come on, come on, come on. This is... Wait, it says 0, man.
I know, it says 0 to me too. It just isn't spawning yet.
Hello? Video game?
Okay, interesting. Spirit comes out. They find the disruptor, but Mars gonna get caught for a moment. Nice Astral there to save him, and a lot of damage coming through from TK once again, but the arena absorbing so much. But a second Astral comes out from Phoenix, more stabs himself to the low ground. Ulu stuck here by himself up top. He's got to get out of here. He gets a static link off, but doesn't manage the damage from the Ursa. It might just be too much. He gets the Enrage, and the Fury Swipes will finish him off. 2 kills here for the side of Xtreme, and now Roshan has respawned despite his he was stubborn, you know. He didn't want to come back in here just to die to the Ursa again.
That's just the way it is, though. And Roshan's. That's how it's always been. Aegis cheese.
Aghanim Scepter for your Ursa, quite good.
Yeah, they're gonna pass it over to him.
He's gonna be about what, 10k gold lead now? Yep, there it is.
Yeah. Look how quickly. Well, let's pull up these graphs. Look how quickly it turned on its head. That's stonks, baby.
Or anti-stonks.
Oh yeah,
if you're an
downward trending graph.
That is what is it? Let me do the Twitch chat meme here. I believe it is Monkus point right downward trending graph or something along those lines. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
Or it's Monkus point right Ursa net worth. You know, it's one of those two.
Alright, Assault Cross now completed on the Queen of Pain. Just going full right clicks on these heroes, and it makes sense.
Spell Prism as well. That's spicy.
A cooldown reduction is going to be huge. This OD is not going to be able to trade with the Queen of Pain once Paparazzi gets on top of him, and he's been doing that every single team fight. The Ursa and Mars jump onto the rest of the heroes. Paparazzi's only job is stopping Phoenix being able to do things in these team fights, and he's been holding on to this Philosopher's Stone for like the last, I don't know, 20 minutes of this game. But regardless of that, he's farming incredibly slowly.
Yeah, that's a lot of his like a non-insignificant part of his GPM has literally just been him holding a Philosopher's Stone because he wasn't able to find farm.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The thing that's so funny is like the Ursa finally has passed Paparazzi in net worth, but that's also with a 6,000 gold stimmy from the Aghanim Scepter. Like Paparazzi is just enormous compared to every other hero in this game.
Man is large and in charge for sure. He's going for an MKB is this next item, but yeah, shoes on the other foot. They're forced to wait inside their base and hope that Xtreme Gaming make a couple mistakes, and I don't see them doing that here. Well, they'll work on these last couple of items. I mean, maybe Blink Dagger on Timbersaw, but they're trying to hold money for buyback. He doesn't want to commit for that one. That's they're working on here. On Xtreme, I don't know what Ursa's got queued up next. He hasn't selected anything yet, but the MKB will deal with the evasion on the Wind Ranger. Mars doesn't build a Heaven's Outburst. He's got a Refresher Orb instead. Lincoln's keyed up next. He's going to work on an overwhelming Blink, so just staying on top of the heroes in this team fight. That's a huge slow that you get off on everybody.
I did not realize he already had the Refresher. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not just Paparazzi who's large and in charge. Ava here is the absolute unit.
Oh, Timbersaw in trouble. There's the Abyssal Blade. Pulls him back. What? There's a lot of damage anyway. Big gust here comes through from this Wind Ranger, but the BKBs and this arena just zoning out the entire backside of Aster.Aries and Paparazzi going and trying to take down TK. Gets saved by the Astral, but able to still blink on out. And you get DY here on the Enchantress, but Ulu, you are going so far out of the base. You got to be careful.
DY stands his ground there. Actually walk forward after getting glimpsed back into his team, and with the buyback you don't get Aegis, and looks like both heroes getting back now, or both teams rather now. They need to be able to get more than this. Aster.Aries, shame they're looking to use this Aegis though. Not going to manage to connect with anyone. Paparazzi, other side of the map right now, finishing off this MKB. Not going to save for buyback. That is a lot of confidence.
If there's anything, if there's any player here that deserves the confidence, it's going to be Paparazzi. He also has the spell block passive, right? The 18-second spell block, as well as Tank just standing behind him with this Lincoln Sphere. So it is not easy to kill this Queen of Pain. plus a cheese in her back pocket. So
Yeah. And I think part of it comes down to what you talked about in the draft. I mean, it's easier to critique Aster.Aries now that they're stuck on the high ground trying to defend this onslaught of Xtreme, but no reliable disables makes it very hard to bring down any of these heroes who have BKBs.
yeah, that's the thing I don't understand. Like Paparazzi's game is so free. Like you don't have like if you have Rubik or something here, like maybe you find arrow, maybe you find spear. You know, some spell that you can use to like have additional crowd control, but
yeah, but the instant disable from telekinesis, then you have like one more. But without that, the shackles come out. They're fairly slow, and if you don't end up latching onto anybody, then I think you just straight up lose these team fights. It's 4.6 seconds if you get onto somebody, but that's only if it ends up connecting, and very few times we've seen it connect.
yeah, and Wind Ranger did manage to go this like pretty hybrid build where, you know, you have a lot of damage at least in the form of like your Wind Ranger, Crystallis, and then BKB, but your team's dying so fast that your damage does not come out fast enough. DY here on the high ground, gonna pop the smoke. They just walk right on up to try and finish off the Enchantress, but the question is, can they even do it, or do they just lose everything in the process? They do. Ooh, just dead on the high ground. So is the Timber Saw. Refresher comes out from Ava. Phoenix trying to just run away, but it's not gonna matter. The Gust doing what they can, but it's not gonna be enough, and they chase all the way into the base here. Blink forward, and TK, no chance. The damage from Paparazzi just way too much. Gets the triple kill. They called that GG. And game one gonna go the way of Xtreme.
And my God, have they looked good these last couple of days, and it continues to be the Xtreme gaming show here in the CN DPC. Aster.Aries, they forced them onto their high ground. They had Xtreme Gaming's back against the wall, but they weren't able to close out this game. And a couple of good team fights managed to allow them to turn this game around. I mean, how quickly these silences came out from the Queen of Pain onto the OD, I would say.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Oh, I didn't realize we went in a draft. All right, ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
All right.
10 seconds remaining.
Transitioning.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Hey everybody, welcome back here to the CNDPC. My name is Arcrypted. Of
Radiant
course, I'm here with
team
Neff. We're going into game number 2 here of the night. It is Xtreme versus Aster.Aries. And honestly, pretty solid game number 1. Neff, what do you think?
Oh yeah, that was a hell of a treat at Aster.Aries. I don't feel like anything in Xtreme Gaming's kit was a significant enough problem for them to ban out that game. Instead, they banned out the Earthshaker and the Weaver. I'm going into the draft trying to break this one down already, but it was just sick play out of Paparazzi that game. Ursa, managing to build enough items that he needed to really bring the hurt onto them, outscaling the Razor in the ultra late game.
5 seconds
And just missed their timing, thanks to awesome high ground defense and turning some of these team fights around. But it's back on topic, shall we? Aster.Aries, they go for the Death Prophet here. It's something that has been very popular here in the CNDPC, which people have been starting to bleed over to these other regions. I played
the Death Prophet.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, I think this hero is very strong. Exorcism, it seems completely busted right now. Like, there's not really another team fight ability that is so like immediately a threat. Like, you just like drop Exo and teams have to just decide, okay, we either don't fight or we blow up the Death Prophet. Those are our only options.
Yeah, and with how quickly people have been building BKBs on heroes, especially the DP, they just think, okay, well, we can't blow up if she got the Black King bar. We just have to kind of get back now.
BKB won't save you against her either. Like, she will just fight you inside your own BKB if you try to head up against her. So yeah, this hero's sick. I think it's very strong.
5 seconds.
And people have been running it mid in the off lane, but there's one hero that does deal with it pretty well, is Lena. Usually you're able to keep your distance from her. It's not very easy for her to gap close thanks to like the 670 attack range that the Lena has. You're going to take so many auto attacks if you try to come up and Spirit Siphon. You can force her off of you by dropping Electric Array, and if you get yourself an Agent Scepter, you have that BKB piercing pure damage. It's if you don't go the right click build, which is the more popular one on Lena right now. But the hero does have a lot of tools to deal with the DP if they choose to run this Lena in the mid matchup against the DP. We'll see though. Paparazzi's had way too good of a time on this Queen of Pain the last couple of series, so maybe they go back for that and just plan on running this Lena in position forward. It's okay with the Mars. When you get that spear set up for the Light Strike Ray, you've got a lot of kill potential there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But on the Grimstroke with the DP, I mean, you've got the Soulbind into a multiple hero Spirit Siphon. It also keeps people pretty close. Excuse me, I tried to drink back some generic energy beverage too quickly between the series. But you got the Soulbind as well. It's going to keep the heroes very close together, which allows Death Prophet to silence out of multiple heroes, as well as slowing them down when he's running at them with the Exorcism. And then you go for the Tree Protector afterwards. So Aster.Aries, they're looking to make up for some of the mistakes that they made in that previous game, keep all their towers up, be able to defend in... I do think the Tree Protector is decent against Lena if you wrap behind her, get that overgrowth off, you keep her in place.
Yeah, BKB piercing disables are incredibly valuable right now, because like you were talking about, BKB has picked up so much, and so these heroes that have the ability to pierce BKB becoming incredibly more valuable. I'm going to be surprised if they don't just pick the Snapfire here, to be honest. I'll go Shadow Shaman. All right, color me surprised. I said I would be. So they opt to go for something a little bit different from the conventional offlane, typically something that like partners up really well with the Mars. It would have probably been the Mirana, but it was banned out here by Aster. So go ahead and grab the Shadow Shaman instead. Does offer a decent amount of push, has great single target lockdown.
And I think the push is one of the major things that Extreme Gaming do need here. I mean, Lena's able to do a lot of right-click damage to the towers, but the master... Huh.
That is a weird pick.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you've got single target lockdown on the Shadow Shaman. Urso is decent at running in and dealing with some of these heroes on Aster.Aries. You've got OK Save with
5 seconds
the Soul
remaining.
Rip. I'm not convinced with this Undying pick.
Not a fan of the Undying here, personally.
But again,
It just doesn't feel super strong. Like normally you pick this hero in the 5 position because you want to dominate, an off lane. But technically, Aster.Aries might not have revealed their off lane. They instead respond with a Life Stealer.
I mean, it's good against all these heroes. The only person who deals with it that well is is the Shadow Shaman. Well,
Life Stealer has had a
seconds
rough
remaining.
showing so far in the DPC. I don't think I've seen this hero win a game yet.
it's not
5
great.
seconds team
I mean,
ban.
when it's good, it's good. It's built in BKB.
Dire
You're
team
able
ban.
to trade favorably with a lot of offlaners, Mars, of course, being one of them. But you're the lowest strength growth rate strength here in the game at 2.4 per level. So, despite the fact that you pick up tank carries, strength carries because they're fairly tanky a lot of the time, it's lower than some agility heroes. You don't gain as much
10 seconds remaining.
agility either. I mean, your armor is going to be a lot lower. It all comes down to how hard you win your lane.
5 seconds
Because you don't have any
remaining.
built-in farming tools either. You get extra attack speed and some damage from Feast and Ghoul Frenzy, but you don't farm very
Radiant
quickly at
team
all
back.
without a Maelstrom. The Lifestealer's lane, he falls apart.
Dire team
He also doesn't scale amazingly because of that low stack growth rate that I just mentioned.
They have to ban Phases
But-
Void. Okay, good. Let's say if they don't ban Phases Void here, they just will lose so fast. So a really smart ban there from Aster.Aries. I mean, that would have ruined their whole game plan.
Nail in the coffin for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not crazy about Extreme Gaming's lineup. I don't know who fixes all
5
these problems
seconds
for them. I
remaining.
mean, maybe they go for a Phantom Lancer. The Dispel seems...
Juggernaut is pretty good here, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Juggernaut is very good here.
Juggernaut is pretty wild.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The only thing I don't like about the Juggernaut pickup here is
Drow Ranger is good.
you don't
Juggernaut's
have anyone to
good.
enable you.
Medusa is still in the pool. Wow,
Medusa is still in the pool.
that would be a pretty sick Medusa game.
I mean, you have several heroes that could build Heaven's Halberds on the side of Aster.Aries,
Radiant
though.
team pick. Luna.
I'm thinking it's just got to be an Agi carry who's a natural Manta builder.
And it is
Okay,
going
Luna.
to be an Agi carry who is a natural Manta builder.
I think with that, you're set for a pretty easy game here. I'm not
10
super sure how they're
seconds
going to run the
remaining.
lanes because typically Luna, you want to run with like a ranged support just so you can take advantage of the
5
Lunar
seconds
Blessing.
remaining.
Heroes like Shadow Shaman would hit like literally as strong as Treant Protector, but it's got to be the Undying. You can't run Luna with. I mean, we'll see. Maybe they try and do something interesting here, but I feel like it's going to end up being the Undying Luna safe lane, Shaman, and Mars in the off lane. But last pick here, probably going to be the. I mean, I would argue it could be mid lane. I think they might take DP off here.
Well, yeah, they definitely could pull a gotcha. I think they just want to get another hero that just runs at them, though. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I mean, I think if you were to run a spirit hero here that would offer you a lot more catch to get on top of Lena, I feel like is pretty important. Right now, they've got no tools to get on top of the Lena. So if it's an offlane, it needs to be somebody who picks up a blink and can punish this Lena if she doesn't go BKB as like her absolute first item. Yeah, I definitely think you either want a spirit hero or like
You could go Lesh.
no.
You don't think
I
so?
mean, Leshrac on Aster.Aries, no, you would just get blown up. You come into the fights, you don't have anybody amazing at keeping your HP topped off. Yes, you'd be able to take towers fairly quickly, but again, Lena's going to be sitting so far back in these team fights, you have no way to bring her down.
Choose your hero.
Chaos Knight. Okay.
It's got some jump, but they're probably going to be building a Blink Dagger, and it is going
Yeah,
to be.
it's gonna be off lane for Chaos Knight.
DK Phoenix is going to be playing the Death Prophet in the mid lane. Paparazzi is going to be playing the Lina. So this matchup does favor Lina. The extra attack speed that she gets with the Fiery Soul stacks, being able to spam with the Dragon Slave. It's just going to be like a case of out farming the Death Prophet. You can get more clicks in, extra harass, clear out the wave faster, than of course being able to move into the jungle. And again, no heroes until you get the Blink Dagger on this Chaos Knight. They're actually able to jump this Lina. So Paparazzi's gonna have a fairly free game this time, which I'm concerned about given his performance so far in this DPC.
Yeah, I mean, he is just absolutely styled on everyone he has played against. He is really, really, really outperforming these other, mid laners, but also just other teams by himself. So we'll see how they do. Xtreme Gaming currently up 1 so far, and Aster.Aries obviously need to win this one to tie up the series, but see if they can do it with a little bit of an interesting draft here. The Shadow Shaman Undying, not a support duo we see all that often. I mean, Undying in general has been a fairly unsuccessful hero in the DPC, and I think something that's been mostly ignored by a lot of teams. But the response from the Lifestealer, man, I don't believe in Lifestealer right now. I really don't. I think that hero is even weaker.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Again, it's okay. It's good against the Mars in the lane. It's good against the Undying as well. It's very difficult for the Undying to harass you down. I mean, for a strength hero anyway, you're just able to click him if he tries to trade with you, and you get the superior matchup. He's earned 2 gauntlets of strength, in fact, and 2 branches, so he's just going for extra stats in this lane. It will be Vision 4 Shadow Shaman, though, not the Undying.
That ward's gonna scout them. The question of do you take the engagement here or not, right?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Not with all 5 of these heroes running at you. Train Protector, he hits like a... It's like someone dropping a brick on you.
I mean, or just a giant tree branch.
Yeah.
Probably something more along those lines. But yeah, 97 damage. Train Protector, very cool. Ulu, the wimpy 58 damage. Who's the real carry in this lane? Let's be real. Let's be honest.
That is true. Just good quality played on your Train Protector.
I forgot how much the damage variance is still on CK. It is 30 damage.
The battle begins.
Bottom rune. Looks like we're not going to end up seeing an engagement here. So they're just going to split these bad boys 2 and 2. We are off to the races here in game number 2. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in, this is Aster.Aries versus Xtreming. Jesus. Xtreme Gaming.
Yeah, we have an extreming night ahead of us.
Thank you. But yeah.
Welcome.
Game 1 went the way of Xtreme. They found themselves on the right side of Paparazzi's wrath, I suppose.
I mean, they had their backs up against the wall on Xtreme for sure, but a couple of clutch plays, silence is coming up from Paparazzi, and Ursa eventually just outscaling the enemy heroes ended up making a difference. And again, for anyone tuning in, like you just mentioned, this is an incredibly important series. Right now, Aster.Aries tied for first in the groups with YBB at 4 wins, 1 loss for the overall series, and Xtreme Gaming looking to get there themselves. They managed to take this last win at 3 wins, 1 loss themselves. So,
and their loss being to YBB, so they would end up at the top, or they'd go to second, right, if they do manage to win this series, thanks to the head-to-head.
Yeah, exactly.
But either way, I mean, second is a promotion spot, so you take those. that's definitely okay, we take this.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And that's what these teams are after, is that promotion to the upper division, to be able to qualify for the majors here. And no, fortunately for these teams, the way it scales this year is each DPC,
Radiant's courier
closer we get to DPC season, closer we get to TI, ends up being worth more points.
I'm glad they did that, just because this first one was a little bit rushed. I think a lot of people were not ready.
It just kind of showed for some teams other people have been in fairly good form.
Yeah.
What will I think of next?
But enough about the implications of this match. We'll talk about the match itself.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of
Mid lane's going pretty well for Phoenix here on this Death Prophet, being able to force out a lot of regen out of Paparazzi, but unless Paparazzi gets his bottle delivered just on time, so lane's basically just going to reset here.
There's a lot of kill potential across like every single lane, so I'm worried to miss something as soon as I start talking about you know, some of these matchups. But again, we did talk about during the draft the fact that Lina is very good against this Death Prophet. Phoenix is rarely ever going to get the Spirit Siphon off onto the Lina here unless like Lina plays very close to the DP, which I don't see is going to happen. You're going to be able to keep you're going to be like keeping your distance from her, getting your auto attacks off, punishing her as she tries to play close to the group wave. And, it is right now going a little bit Lina favored. Got 15 and 3 to the 13 and 2. Yes. But, I think once you're like level 5 on Paparazzi, then he's just going to be spamming in the creep waves, moving back over to the small camp, clearing that out, and actually going to get started on that one right now, I think.
And you just buy boots on Shadow Shaman, and Treant Protector just cries. He can't ever catch you. Speaking of crying, Lifestealer's last hits, he's not having a good time. He had to rage to get a range creep just now, so not the best start here.
Only 75 mana. It's like less than a Lucent Beam if you think about it.
Yeah, but I don't know. This feels weird.
Yeah, I suppose it does. The severe damage right now on Mars. He ended up going Bracer, Gauntlet, Double Branch, and top lane.
Oh, Luna pops the stick, ends up living just barely. And now it's going to be TK that falls to DY thanks to all the damage from those Undying Tombstones. All right, normally I feel like Undying would have a pretty weak lane. It's like pretty strong in the lane, but then like falls off, and I feel like they just aren't respecting the Undying right now. This is like when he's strongest in this game.
Yeah, the very beginning, his first couple of levels, and we'll see how well DY manages to scale this as the game goes on. But I think eventually he'll just become kind of like a Soul Rip bot with the Holy Locket that'll try to keep his teammates alive. Drop Tombstone.
Walk in with Flesh Golem, try and get the bonus damage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Flesh Golem has to be one of the best spells in all of Dota 2. It is ridiculous how strong that spell is, but for some reason, Undying has not had a lot of success lately, I think.
Yeah, he's not that popular. He's only got like a 40% win rate at the moment as well in the DPC, but I think it's just because he doesn't play fast enough. He doesn't blow heroes up. He doesn't deal well with BKBs that come out so quickly right now. BKBs just counter out his entire kit.
Yeah, it really does. Bottom lane. Ava tracked in the trees for the moment. Shadow Shaman rotating in though. Nice spear, gonna be able to push Lifestealer away, and Red Panda trying with the body blocks, but doesn't work so well.
I took a lot of damage there from trying to play into the trees, get around that Nature's Grasp instead of walking through it. Fortunately, so nice punish there by Red Panda. He's got a Soul Ring, so he's able to spam out his abilities inside his lane as well. And 2 points of Leech Seed, 0 in living armor so far. This is the build that used to go when Leech Seed was a little bit more powerful at the early levels, and I think it did a little bit more slow. But you'll essentially just heal back up any of the doesn't pop it there.
Is under attack.
You'll heal back up any of the damage that you take mid lane.
Yeah, say mid lane, Paparazzi forced out, and Phoenix with the help of TK and a catapult will take the mid tower. I mean, that is such a big deal.
Yeah, I didn't see what forced Paparazzi out of that one, but the fact that he wasn't spamming creep wave, he just took the mid tower Paparazzi at 6 minutes into the game. Very rarely do because you can just pop the fortify, and it's so easy to force her off of the tower, but none of the heroes
the messenger.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Death tax.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Couple of the creeps, but
No,
I'm sure it's fine.
those went to
That's
Luna.
the support tax.
Those went to Luna, didn't they?
Nah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Haste. Extinguished.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Thank you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The cavalry has arrived.
fast.
You don't want to wait for DP to finish off this BKB. If she gets this, it just becomes like you were talking about, impossible to fight into that exorcism. Suddenly you don't have the option of blowing her up anymore.
Actually, have the Blink Dagger on the Chaos Knight. Paparazzi here gonna be lucky as DY gets spotted first.
I can only dream of such a day.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Money to burn.
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it. Him from Leighton.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Double damage. Breaks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Plus Manta on the Luna, but I'm concerned you're going to fall off this game. UI just goes
Playing
down.
Ulu? No, not gonna make the play. Tank.
Ой, а что это такое ты сделал?
Money to burn. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Master.
Ooh, thanks.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Cannot be. Put down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Welcome!
Radiant are scanning.
At last.
Dire are scanning. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's structures are fortified.
Oh, you're hot.
Illusion.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is falling. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Are scanning. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.